The purpose of this video is to talk about why young artists should also learn to collect art. It's important that you understand how the whole art ecosystem works. And one of the ways to do that is to actually be an art collector yourself. One thing it gives you, if you are able to do it, is that it gives you a lot of leverage. It gives you a lot of data about what other artists are doing. And art collecting is not expensive if you start early. That's why I'm directing this video to young artists who are starting out. One of the things you should also do is to be a collector. I am not going to go into why. I'm only going to tell you the reasons. The reason why I think you should collect is that if you are able to maintain a collection for the next 20, 30 years, you may find out that you're going to be in the possession of some of the most important artworks of your generation. I mean this, you may just be one of the few people, not institution, I mean people, who actually own works that are very, very, very valuable, not just for its monetary value, but because of its also historical and diary value. Like I said earlier, collecting need not be expensive, but it's just something you need to plan and have the willing to execute. For example, in the course of the next 10 years, you're likely going to spend thousands of dollars on things that you're basically going to throw away. And they are going to be things like shoes, electronics, food, clothes, and things that are really worthless once you've used them. And what I'm trying to suggest here is this, is that you need to find a way to set aside some money. Like I said, it doesn't have to be a lot, anything from $25 to about $200. Not every month, just set aside that sort of money and keep that sort of money for buying art. Now you may be surprised, you may say, nobody's gonna sell art for $10 or $15 or $20. Actually, a lot of people will. All you have to do is make your wishes known. Say, for example, you have a friend and you're an artist yourself, and you tell your friend, listen, I would like to actually get that piece of paper you sketched that work in. Do you mind signing it for me? And if you persuade your friend to sell you the sketchbook and he signs it for you, and you say the reason is because you like to keep works like that. It may be a sketchbook they don't want or they no longer use. It may be a piece of drawing they've done on a piece of paper, cloth, a canvas. You might even take a piece of canvas or book, sketchbook, and give to your friend and say, please, would you mind just drawing anything you like on it and signing it for me? This is how you can start your collection, by collecting artist sketchbooks. So you don't have to start with buying a painting. And as a young artist, I would advise you to do that. Get things that look like diaries. If you could buy a diary kind of drawing book that costs about maybe $5, cheap stuff. and give it to your friends, maybe give it to, and tell them, listen, if you wouldn't mind drawing something on it for me, like, I don't know, whatever you like, and just sign it, because I want to collect it, because I want to keep just a kind of diary, a reminder of how the times are passing. They will be more than happy going to do it for you, because when you start doing it, you're not looking at it from point of view of trying to use it to make money. You are collecting it because you have a deep interest in the person's skills set and their way they are thinking, how they process information, and how they render it on paper. So this gives you a quite big leverage when you start young. When you're a bit older, it's a bit difficult because people start valuing their things unnecessarily. But when you're young, you can actually ask people to do stuff for you and give them some material, and they will do it for you. And you start collecting drawings from your contemporaries. Anybody you know who is an artist that you think may be going somewhere in the future, give them something to sketch an image for you and keep it. Keep doing that. Over the years, you might go and start buying some of their work and keep it low. Don't spend money you can't afford, but keep collecting it and have a storage system, a filing system, how you keep it. And what happens is, by the time you collect it for close to 5 years, you'll be amazed the amount of documentation that is in your possession. These are priceless articles that you cannot find anywhere else, especially as people grow and move on to other things. So you just keep collecting it and keep collecting it till you have enough money to start buying works and keep it. The reason why I advise this is that if you have documentation of, say, an artist who averagely makes it, in other words, the artist becomes of note, and you have like their earliest work going back 10 years or 20 years, you're sitting on a gold mine. It means that they cannot actually do much or write anything about the artist without contacting you, because you have something of importance that they had created. Those works, if they are documented, whatever you paid for it will be, maybe you get 10 times or more whatever you paid for it. But this time you're keeping it like almost like a pension fund for yourself. You see, you're documenting it, you're keeping it safe, you're making sure that the artworks you collect are not mismanaged. And as you add further collections, it almost gives you an authority that anyone who had not collected it cannot compete with you. You may even find out that if one of the people you collect becomes important, that museums, galleries, collectors, historians will be beating their path to your door. No one is going to think it's important. But when you're writing a book or writing history, you need as much information as you can get. And the only people who will be part of that history is the people who kept the documents. This is where you, as a young artist starting early, can really benefit from that insight. Collect works from your peers. Get what they don't want or what they want or what you can afford. Get it off them and keep it. Store it somewhere. You will definitely reap the rewards of that kind of custodian attitude. You reap the reward. and you reap it because you've done the work, you've done the hard work. Most artists, again, do not, unfortunately, think of these things till they need it. But if you start out early, you find out that not only do you learn so much from the artwork you've collected, you can actually write about them yourself, because again, you're the authority. You're not kind of asking somebody to tell you what it looks like, because you own these works. So being a collector and being an artist is all the same thing. It's the story of your life, really. You're not doing anything extraordinary. You're just making sure you don't waste your time stupidly doing nothing that is progressive for you. You want to do things that make time work for you. And you can only make time work for you if you manage time. And that you can do by being part of other people's life and helping them manage their own lives too. So it's a kind of reciprocal in a way, because if you help an artist become somebody, inevitably you benefit from that outcome. So as a young artist, try as much as possible to see, this is not like a law that you have to do it, but see whether you can begin to look into the idea of being a collector yourself. And be specific when you start collecting. Don't collect everything. Go for things that are easy to store, things that are well put together, and things that don't take up too much space, and it's not a burden to you. But keep a good record of what you're collecting, and it will serve you well in your future. With that said, keep working hard, keep doing your best, and all the luck will come to you. For now, ciao.